Hello, it's Meg. I'm gonna do Kelly Bear's tag, 54321 tarot. I'm out of breath. I just ate 2 slices of bacon and ran up the stairs, so that's a lot to do. It seems. I probably should have. I always do this. Like the person I live with, I always start voice messages on WhatsApp to him, and I'm always like, and then I'm like, sorry. Like I always like don't wait to start the recording until after I do the coughing thing. Let me know if I WhatsApp voice message with you and I do that to you too, because I probably do. Sorry. Anyway. Alright, so this tag is super fun. I was gonna make like a little joke. You know that meme that goes around that's like two like older men and they're like standing outside and they're like, we needed this, we really needed this, and it's like raining or something. And like I feel like Thea and I were just sending that meme back and forth to each other in various forms this whole summer. like whenever it was like not really hot or like I don't know. Like we're just mentioning it. But this tag made me think of that because I'm like, we really needed this. Thanks, Kelly Bear. We really needed this. Just like a, like, I don't know, like a fun little chill, but you can make it as serious as you want, sort of thing. And I'm stoked. Okay. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna follow the rules. And then when I got to the like people to tag section, you're supposed to pick 5 people to tag. I was like, I'm gonna break all the rules and had like tons of people to tag. And then for spreads I also was breaking the rules. So I just broke some of the rules in general. And obviously, I mean, she even mentions in her videos that like, that's who we are here. And we doesn't really matter. But and I mean, if I followed the rules, would that even feel right? Okay, so it's 5 tarot decks, 4 books, 3 spreads, 2 tarot habits or paraphernalia, 1 piece of tarot advice, or a card that you wish to embody and why. My handwriting is bad. So I'll list the prompts below. If I can, my computer's broken, so I use just my phone, and when you're editing videos on a computer, you can like copy paste from someone else's like description box. And I don't want to write all that out. I don't want it to be tappy on my little phone writing all that out. I guess I could try voice to text. Huh. Okay, well, we'll see if I remember to do that and if it's in the thing. Can you hear my cat cleaning himself behind me? It's very... Buddy, are you okay? Hey. Buddy. Buster, are you alright? I think he's okay. Anyway. So 5 tarot decks. Easy. And this is the one I'm gonna stick to the rules on. So I picked, I was gonna show all these decks that I had been using before the summer began, like in the spring. Cause from like, I don't know, like, I did make some videos in earlier, before the summer started, but they weren't like what I'm up to, my practice, like that sort of thing. I feel like I haven't done that in a really long time. So I did want to show some of those decks. And I just have a few here. I have 4, well, some of them are Oracle too, and I don't have all of the decks I was using at that time. I just grabbed a few of them. And then there was only 4, so I had grabbed it. What the hell? Just show, my God. So I was using the Hermetic Tarot a lot. Couldn't tell you why. No, it's cool. It's a good deck. I was just really into it this spring and like early summer. What is going on? Oh, it's a piece of the box that fell out. The box. My upper Midwest accent. Yikes. Oh my God. No, now I'm just like thinking about all the words that I say sometimes that like sound like that. Like bag. But it's not so pronounced, because my genetics are not upper Midwest. Okay, sorry, I just love to shuffle it. It's really good. Why is it so good to shuffle? When did US Games card stock get bad? Like, when did that happen? Comment below, because I don't remember. I love this deck. It's cool. And there's a lot to take from it. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know what I even have to say. I just had a really fun time working with this deck earlier this warm weather season. I was pairing it a lot with other things, and I think that I was posting that on Instagram. Sometimes I'm really inconsistent with Instagram. I don't like posting, I don't know. Sometimes it's like a place where I do like to post personal things, like to the grid, just more for like me and as a reference. And it actually did come up this summer, sometime earlier this summer. Someone had commented on one of them and just let me know that like it was so helpful and relatable to them. And then I had this opportunity because there was like a new comment on this post to reflect about how far I've come in terms of like agoraphobia, recovery, exposure stuff, things like that, which is always like really fun to do. And I actually had the opportunity recently too. I was talking to my therapist, and I don't know, I have like a lot of like more expansive goals, I guess, which feels like, I don't know, correct. Like I'm trying to expand my perspective. This has nothing to do with this deck. I'm just showing you the deck while I'm rambling. Okay. And I was thinking about how like there's this grocery store downtown, and I remember the first time I went there, I was like, I felt really dizzy, and I felt like I couldn't like hold myself up, and I was really scared and like nervous and like very aware of my surroundings. And now I go there and I'm like, this place is tiny, it's teeny tiny, there's like 5 aisles, and it's no big deal, and I can go by myself and stuff like that. And it just wasn't even that long ago that was difficult to do, you know? And I'm enjoying the perspective. But anyway, this was a deck that I was using at the time that someone made a comment on my Instagram, and I had that opportunity for perspective. Oh yeah, I was trying to do the full circle thing, ADHD mind, to get back to what I was actually trying to talk about. And what I was saying is that sometimes in Instagram stories, if I do a particularly aesthetic or interesting spread, or if I'm really into like the cards combinations that I'm using at the time, I'll like post it there, which I did earlier. That's what I was talking about. But what a fun little journey we took about other things. I really hate Instagram, you guys, which I'll talk about when I talk about the next deck, maybe. Another deck I was using a lot is the Nicoletta Ciccoli. This one's in order. Well, it was in order, but I had to pull some decks out, so now it's not really in order. Or cards, rather. So I was actually using the copy that I have. Oh, fun. The Hermetic Tarot was Wendy at Wendy's Occult Compass's first deck. And the deck that I was using of this one was the one trimmed to the art. It's one she gave me. Fun. So anyway, this was a deck that I was using, not this version of it. That one, it might even be like, it's nearby. It's nearby, but it's not here. Yeah. Anyway, so I hate Instagram. I just stayed up really late watching videos on Instagram, but like having the worst time doing it. And it was just like this thing where like all of a sudden it's like 11, and then it's midnight, and then it's 1, and this is so embarrassing to like admit to having done this. And I'm like, what am I doing? Why is this happening? What is going on? And this happens from time to time, you know? And then I always delete the app because I'm like, no, like it has no purpose. And the only thing, the videos are usually fine. My algorithm is kind of messed up right now. And I just know that it like favors videos that are like really like controversial, or like the worst, the story of someone's life that's like the worst version of their life ever. You know, it's like this horrific thing happened, and then like that's the thing that gets the most views and the most like comments and all this stuff. And then like the comments will be like just the worst people ever. Like, oh my god, dude, it just makes me feel so bad. And then I'm like, why am I doing this? What is going on? But it's like designed that way, you know, like how hot Cheetos are the best. Like it's literally like psychologically like designed that way. So I just deleted it again because I have no self-control. Anyway, I was using this deck a lot earlier this summer. I actually kind of want to have all these decks like, no, these two, this one I'm going to keep out to show with the other one, which I'll just do it right now. The other one that I was using a bunch is the Elf of Heaven. This was like, I'm talking like May. Okay, so Elf of Heaven is like, I'll do this so you can see them still. So cute. I was like really in a doll zone, but I just, something happened and I can't afford another hobby. I mean, I have dolls and like love them and stuff like that, but I can't like afford to buy some of the dolls that I would like at all. But that's fine. I get to buy other things that are like that, which is cool. But these decks were really like sort of a reflection of that, I guess, and pairing them together. And then I was pairing them with the Outgrow Yourself Oracle. And it's also a tarot, so I could have included it, but I didn't because it was like, I don't know, I was using it more as like an oracle than a tarot. Anyway, cute. Love them. I have to put them away. Oh, you know what? Totally fits in with this little doll theme. But I finally got... This is the fourth deck I was going to show, but because it fits in with... Or the fifth. Because it fits in with these guys, I'm just going to show it real quick. I feel like I'm being boring. I think it's because there's like things on my mind that I like want to talk about, but I don't feel like this is the video to like discuss them or something. It's like, no, it's not like serious or anything. I just like, it's like personal, you know? But this feels like a fun video. We're having fun. So this is the, also like people might watch this video that don't normally watch my videos, and that's not like the audience for that. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Anyway. So this is the JBG Tarot, the mini. I think there's only a mini, actually. But this is from Julie at Peekaboo Rose, and I finally got it off MPC. I like have the longest MPC wish list ever, and I'm always like, oh my god, shipping so much. I have to just get them all at once. Like one big crazy haul and like save up for it and shit like that. And then I just end up never getting anything. And I could not, because my little doll thing happening, I was like, I cannot wait any longer. So I finally got this. And I think I have the Beautiful Creatures deck, and I want to do like a side by side little flip. Sorry, I'm burping a lot. That's so like gross, and just don't say anything about it. Just be quiet. She has a lot of like extra cards in this deck too, which was really fun to like pick out the ones that I preferred. I enjoyed doing that. But I haven't used it yet. I've just been lovingly looking at it. And I really like the size too. It's just a little guy. But this will go really nicely with my other doll decks. Also, I like really need tarot bags, which I guess gets into Paraphernalia, which is a different one. Okay, so the last deck I'm going to show is the Tarot of Ceremonial Magic. So this deck sort of replaced the Hermetic Tarot as like my everyday use deck. Because the Hermetic was like the one that I was using constantly. And then I got this deck, and I just really, really, really like it so much. And I feel like it's still going to be... Like this would be a contender. And when I mean everyday use, I actually didn't mention this, and I'll probably mention it in like a different updatey video too at some point, because I made a video that didn't have any updates. I was sorry if I keep kicking this. I don't know what to do with my body anymore because I haven't done this in so long. It's been so long. I was reading tarot at a cafe with friends. I started a tarot group, a weekly tarot meetup in person, and that was super fun. So, like, Hermetic would be the deck, like, that was the deck that I was, like, using if I was giving someone else a reading at the meetup or something. But this is the deck that I feel like replaced that. So I was actually going to start giving readings at that cafe, the coffee shop, but it closed. Such a bummer. But I think I'm gonna do that at a different one, which is cool. Which, again, this is not the video for this discussion, Megan. These people don't care. These are not people who watch, like, all your videos, probably. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway. But I'm gonna do that. Anyway, this is the deck. I love it so much. It's so cheesy, like, visually, but it has, like, all the info. And sometimes I forget some of the stuff, but it's, like, necessary. And there's, like, even more than is needed in a lot of cases. But I just really like it. Okay, so let me show you my favorite. I probably maybe already showed this deck in a video. I actually did film an at present, like, mid-June, but, like, from my bed, because it's the only thing I could do. But I probably showed it then. I probably showed tons of fun decks then. This card is really fun and cool. I like this one a lot. I mean, I like them all. That one's really cool. Okay, sick. But my absolute favorite... Oh my gosh. Where? Okay, that's also so slay. That is amazing. This is my favorite card ever. Look at that. Ugh. Yes, it's so cute. You may or may not know this. I love food illustrations, like, a lot. I think it's from, like, a Berenstain Bears junk food book when I was a child. Yeah, I did just drop a bunch of those cards. I love that book. It is a little body shaming, though. But, you know, it's cool. You just read it with kids and you say, instead of, like, passively consuming, you say, what do you think? And then we talk about the ways in which it is not the best. Okay. We're done with the decks, which felt clumsy and weird and not, like, the most fun for me. I don't know why. Super weird. Okay, so the next is for books. And she really wanted it to be, like, tarot books, like, tarot-related books. And I was like, when I was watching the video, I was like, no, I'm just going to do books that I'm reading right now. But actually, I'm not going to do that. And I have a huge freaking stack of books. Like, a really annoying stack of books. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Tenebrae Tarot Guidebook. I love this deck. I did, like, a little flip through of it. I think I did a flip through comparing, like, the Whispers edition and the normal one, and it's, like, a Marseille-based deck. And I just got this book. He sent it to me because he really liked that video that I made, which was so nice. And I don't know, he's just super nice. But I really like this book. I haven't, like, I haven't read all of it and stuff like that, but what I've read, I guess this would be, like, a tarot book that I'm going to be reading. But it's really interesting so far. And stuff like this is, like, what I want a guidebook to be like this person's perspective and their intention and, like, a different spin on these cards, right? Like, I feel like so many guidebooks are just a regurgitation of, like, the thing that we all have heard a million times. And this one is a little bit more interesting too because it's Marseille. But it doesn't have pips, you know? It's, like, vibey I don't know, it's just very cool. I really like it. So anyway, so there's that. And then I picked the Great Workbook. So I'm not picking 4 books. I'm picking tons. So the Great Workbook, I did a little flip through video of this book, and I haven't started filling mine in, actually, because what I did is I took scans of the pages So I did one scan of the page and then sort of like formatted it and then printed out tons of them. And I have a little clipboard that's hanging on my wall, and I will just like do the worksheets or like the pages until it becomes like something that I absolutely know for sure. And when it's something that I absolutely know for sure and also get around to it, I will be then filling in this book. Like, I didn't want it to be something that I'm just filling in and then I'm like, oh, okay, I don't actually remember any of that. And with my memory, like, I don't know, it takes me a while to like really have things down. And there's also, it's weird too, because sometimes it's like, it'll just come to me, you know, like at random times. Recall is strange. Okay. Okay, this is a book that I got over the spring when I was hosting that tarot group. Because, what am I trying to say? I wanted to get like some books of like tarot questions. And like, because sometimes it's hard to know what to ask the tarot. And that was like something that I found. If you guys have book recommendations for that, let me know. Because we didn't really get into this one a lot. Yeah, there's just like, it's just like a list of like questions to ask the tarot. And that's really helpful. And then sometimes it shows you an example of some spreads as well. So it was just like, it was when people were like, okay, but I don't know what to ask. I was like, okay, well, I don't know you very well. It's not my job. So like, here, look through this book or something. And I have some other books too that are really good. I'll show them now. So I think this one's kind of cool actually. So Journaling the Tarot for Transformation, Pentacles. So these are Drea Bloom books. I have this one as well, the Tarot Activity book. This one's sort of a different category, I think. But these, okay, Julie did a really, really fun, great video recently. And I really hope she makes more, Julie at Peekaboo Rose. And I really hope that, like, I just, like, want, like, spread vids. But, like, chill, casual, like, do-do-do-do-do. But I also like the sort of, she did one about boundaries, which was really great. So this is, like, the same sort of thing where it's, like, how are others recognizing your accomplishments? How important is it for you to receive validation from others and why? So it's just like a lot of questions. And so they're journal prompts, but they can also be used as questions for asking tarot. Fun. And I really I have all of her books. She actually sent them to me. Same as Julie, like no obligation to show them ever or review them or anything like that. But I actually, because I don't really like often review tarot books. Because I'm like super picky about them, but I do like these ones. The ones I'm showing are ones that I do like. Actually, I'm missing some books too because actually every single book that I own, pretty much almost except for some, are packed away. So there's like 2 crates of tarot books. 1 crate is like half full of books like this that I was like, I really want to keep these out, and then the rest are like guidebooks of decks that I wanted to keep out. But everything is packed away. Because I was like, we're moving, but not at these interest rates, my friend. So anyway, I really like her books a lot. Those 2 are the ones that these 2 are kept out on my desk. And then these 2 books, this is also a Drea Bloom book. And then this book, the Tarot Playbook, these are fun. These are fun, guys. The Tarot Activity book can be sort of more like, you know, fun in like an introspective kind of way. Also worth getting. That was the first, I bought that one myself. And I love it. So this book is really cool. The Tarot Playbook. 78 Novel Ways to Connect with the Cards. Truly. I don't really know what to say about this. I've done this with, like, I've done the whole thing with a deck before. Maybe even more than once. And I like to sometimes just like pull this book out and grab and like look through and do the thing, you know? But I don't know what to say about it. Okay, so the Sun. Divide the deck into 3. This one looks long. I don't want to do that. Divide the deck into 3 separate piles of major arcana cards. Aces and minor arcana cards. Remove the death card from the major arcana card, then shuffle each pile. This one's too long. Anyway, they're just like fun little games. This was like a whodunit, you know? And I think some people have done made tags from things in this book, which might be fun to do. Maybe we can do that sometime. Or if you have this book, consider doing that. Okay, more tarot books. This one, Tarot Tells the Tale. I think there's another, like a second to this too, that I might have or want. So this book is cool. And then another one that I really like and definitely highly recommend. It's a Calvino book. It's called The Castle Across Destinies. It's not like a tarot book, but he's using tarot to tell us different stories. It's like people in like a pub, and they're using tarot to tell the story of how they got there, or like their lives, or like there's certain situations that they're in. And it's really cool. It's Marseille. Well, maybe it's like, you know, not Marseille specifically, but very, very cool book. Highly recommend it. The copy that I have is, oh my god, I've had it forever. And like in the margins of it, it has the like tarot cards like drawn in, like laid out in the way that tells the story that they're telling. It's very cool. So this book, Tarot Tells the Tale, explore 3-card readings through familiar stories. Okay, let's see here. Let me find one. Okay, so this one's like, okay, so Cinderella is writing this card reader and saying, how can I ever hope to find Mr. Right when I'm stuck here at home doing all my chores? And then the card reader pulls cards and then tells like the response and has comments for that. So it's just like examples of stories and like readings. I really, really like it. This is like I really have liked this book a lot. It's just really fun. Anyway, does anyone else have this book and like it? Let me know. All right. I feel like I'm being like self-conscious right now because like, I don't know why. I just feel like I am. I'm really sorry. Now I'm like whining about it. That's not entertaining or fun, Meg. So the other tarot book I picked is Tarot Mirror of the Soul, the Handbook for the Aleister Crowley Tarot by Gerd Ziegler. I just really like this book. Like a lot. It's so nice. It just makes, I don't know. Like if you're thoth curious, like you should get this book. And just dip in to like its potential gentleness. It sort of makes it almost like an oracle, which obviously it's an oracle because that's like the thing that all these are. Oh, I know why I'm feeling this way. Because I didn't sleep at all. Because I stayed up all night watching YouTube or Instagram videos. Oh my gosh. And then the last 3 books that I picked are 54 Devils, A Deck of Spells, Hoodoo Playing Card Magic in Rootwork and Conjure, and Cartomancy. So this is like the second edition of this book. So I had a bunch of copies of the first edition. This is just like a friend, Mariana Mas Books, has been teaching Janaki and I like a way to, like a method for reading Marseille. And some of it reminds me of stuff that is in this book, where it's like, when you look at the whole spread, you look at things like, I don't want to, like, if she wants to make a video about it, I don't want to, but in this book, there's like, you know, if you're using playing cards and there's like a lot of red or a lot of black, like comparing that in like a yes or no way, or like, different just like vibey ways, and looking at the whole thing instead of these individual cards or having these individual meanings. And I feel like a lot of the things from this can be applied, to, you know, just any tarot reading, and I really like that a lot. Okay, I think that's it for books. That was 4, right? 3 spreads. Okay, so this is the other way in which I did not follow the rules or do this correctly. I really need to be cracking down and like having like specific spreads that I really like. The only spread that I like know and use frequently is the Thea, you know, told me about this like just 3-card spread that's an interview spread, and that's the only one that I use, and I'll use it for check-ins with decks too, not even like the first time I have them. I don't know, man. I just like, so when people talk about deck overwhelm, I get spread overwhelmed. Like I really, because there's so many, and it's just like, I don't know. And I don't like most of them either. I don't think that most spreads work very well. It's like not easy to design a good spread. Like it just really isn't. Oh, this deck kind of falls into the Drea Bloom book and the activity book zone. But this is Cups of Contemplation from Juliet Peekaboo Rose. And this sort of goes into like a spread thing. And I kind of, the Fables Den, I think that's the name. They are having a sale on their spread machine deck. And I kind of like, I've been thinking about getting it. I don't know, man. Because that's just, and I made one at one point. But I'm, like I said, it's not easy to make up a spread. It's just not, like, it just isn't. So this is a deck that I do like to use when I'm like, okay, just a question for the thing or something like that. Like I want to do it and I want some answers, but I need to be like a little bit more removed from it in a way because of whatever's happening in my life at the time. So this feels spread related to me, but maybe it isn't. Anyway, spreads are really hard. I'm really excited. That's one of the reasons I'm so stoked about this tag is because of, I just want to see everyone's spreads. So I have this book, which I haven't read. It's Designing Your Own Tarot Spreads. And I think that maybe if I read this, it'll cure me. I'll get back to you. If you've read that and you like it, let me know. I do really like books like this, Tarot Spreads of the Greek Gods, and I have all three of the Dark Exact, I think it's Coleman Stevenson. I'm not really sure, actually. One's red, one's black, one's white. Spread books, but I was using them recently, and I don't remember where I put them, which is just devastating, actually. But I really like those ones, too. Janaki actually contributed a spread to one of them. But I really need to narrow it down and just have like a set. There's like the 5-card, like elemental and like 3-card and stuff like that. Like there's these classic ones, but I would really like to just find some other ones too. So I'm excited to see what everyone has picked for this. And something else I wanted to mention is the Seasons of the Witch. I just got this deck, which I feel like I don't know, you guys. I like stuff like this. Okay. But one of the reasons that I got it is because, well, I just wanted to, first of all. But I remember in the book, so I have the Yule and the Samhain ones that people have given to me, which is super, I'm so glad because it like introduced me to it. I don't have the Beltane one. I just didn't really have like I think I would like it because I'm sort of a completionist in that way, and I want all of them. Even though it has nothing to do with my practice or anything at all. I just like them, okay? But in the guidebooks, they always have really, like, thematic and, like, pretty good spreads. And there's always several of them. So that's one of the reasons that I wanted to get it, too, because I was curious about this season's spreads. Maybe I'll do one and film it or something sometime, because I want to do that. I'm like jonesing to like film a video where I'm like laying out cards and layering them and we're doing a reading. Just can't even contain my excitement about that. Okay, 2 tarot habits or paraphernalia. Okay, I did mention bags earlier, and my tarot bag paraphernalia is I just don't have enough bags, because I get decks and they don't have a box. Or they come in a big box and I'm like, I hate this box. and then they just like, I have like 2 decks just sitting out over there. That's not good. And honestly, my JBG Mini was also sitting out nowhere like that. And I found this like just terrible bag for it. It came with the Tapestry Tarot, which came in a box, so whatever. Anyway, my other delight, that's not a delight, that's a problem. My delight, okay, I'm really excited about this actually. I like tarot cloths a lot. So here's some. I put mine on hangers. Julie did a tour of her room once, and she had hers on like these little hangers. And I was like, that's just such a good idea. And this is like a new scarf that I got, and I might not use this as a spread thing. I might just use it to tie up tarot decks because I do enjoy doing that. So I have this one. Pretty soft. This one I love so much. Isn't that nice? Real clowny, perfect. We have this guy, which I don't love. It's fine. And it's a lot of fabric. I think I might make bags out of it. I just need to learn how to use a sewing machine. Like, it's just so easy. This one's cool. Again, I can make bags and have enough for cloth. There are more, but I don't know where they fell. Here's another one you may remember. This guy. Lovely. Has some cat hair on it. And there's one more that fell. Oh, here's a bunch. One more. More like tons more. Okay. There's this one. This one's kind of weird because it's like in olds. It's like a skirt. And so it's like shaped like a circle. So I have to like lay it out in a weird way. And then there's this one, which is these beautiful roses. This was a gift. So pretty. And then there's this one. I keep saying, and then there's this one. This one so usually what I would keep in my bag is this one as like a base one, just in case. And then this was like my favorite. It's a scarf and it holds wrinkles too well, but I just loved it because I felt like it looked like little tarot cards. Cute. And then we all know this one as well, I think, if you've seen the vids before. Just a little quilt that the person I live with, his grandmother made. I actually have tons of quilts that she made, and I do like using them as cloths like other places. These are just the smaller ones that I keep hung up. I keep them hung up on between this room and that room is just a doorway, no door. So I hung up a little like curtain rod, and those hang up there, just like in between the rooms on this rod. It's so silly. Okay, the last one is a piece of tarot advice or a card. My tarot advice is, I wrote it down. There's no wrong way. There's no wrong way to do any of it. There's no wrong way to enjoy tarot. Yeah, that's it. You know, there's no wrong way to read or enjoy. Sometimes I'm a like annoying like brat, and I'm like, that's not how you do it. That's not true. I think sometimes I can get like frustrated that people don't want to dig deeper into things, and that's obviously me and not them. Because who gives a shit, truly? And we're all just having a nice time. Oh, actually, I just found some more paraphernalia. So I love reading cloths a lot. So much. Like, it's just like fun fabric and scarves, and I have so much fabric. I really need to learn how to sew bags because I have a bag problem and I have a fabric problem. Like, come on. Do something about it. So I do have this stuff too. And this is like, it's a little, you know, you tap, shuffle, and like get the cards all aligned on that. And I have a few, so that's just a slab of lapis, as you can see. But I also have like a circular one that's like porcelain. It's like the porcelain lid of like a glass, like something like a trinket dish that the bottom of it is lost and broken. And so it's like a nice way to reuse that piece. And I really like the way that it looks. I've also kind of had to clean it up a bit because I used to put candles on it. I don't know. I like to just, like this tiny little sand dollar, little baby. There's like mirror. I like mirrors. It's a thing. Let me get these out of here though. Bells. I hit my elbow. These little fidget guys. Acupressure fidgets. I don't know if I should be doing that. But anyway, I'll just have this here because sometimes it's like a specific thing that feels like it requires some stuff like that, and that's not all of those things. But anyway, the bells, I have this bell as well. Sometimes I find the bells can be like, and water can be really nice to like cleanse a space, especially when you're doing readings for like other people, because you don't know what they might be sensitive to in terms of smell. So you can sort of like, I have a spray bottle. I mean, I have tons of them, but you know, love these guys where it's just like a pre-made essence blend to sort of like clear the air and like promote communication and like things like that. So yeah. Anyway, yes, tagging others. Well, I have a long list. Piles of things. Robin's reflections. Rachel at 2 second thoughts on the mission. 2, because I wrote the number 2. BB pure red velvet. Chanel spirited stardust. Wesley at 22 zines. Feeding my soul angel. Tarot magic Sylvie. 9 coins. What does it say? Alan Oracular Mechanics. Crescent Dreams Tarot. Libby. Kaluna V. Honey Lou. Oh my god, there's so many. What does this say? Oh, Jenny, Haunted Acre Farm. Jenny, A Year and a Day. Candy, Thea, Janaki. Julie. Okay, so that's a lot of people, and I'll like at them all. I think there's more too. My handwriting is just really, really bad. So, but those are just like people that, whose videos I watched in the last 24 hours, I guess. Or not 24, but like recently. And have been on my mind, especially Robin's reflections, you guys. Wow. I've just been like binging Robin's videos. I'm really enjoying it. Okay, cool. Well, this was really fun to do, and I'm glad. I just feel sort of like weird and in general and like out of practice, and I definitely need to make like an at present and just like say some stuff, you know, to be able to seamlessly be in this space again, I think. Anyway, I can't wait to watch the rest, especially the spread sections. Maybe, you guys, maybe we can have some spin-off spread tags from the spreads. That would be amazing. Okay, cool. All right, bye.